Hi there, and welcome to Call to Cinema. Today we're doing another reviewed and ranked. One of my favorite things to do in here, actually, and where I take a bunch of films and I literally do it. I give a kind of a mini review because I don't want to spoil them for you, and then I rank them in the order that I think should pick up to. Well, you'll see. We have like 5 titles here today, and they are 5 Millcreek titles, so they're July Millcreek releases. And for 2021, if you're watching this in the future, or if time travel has been invented and you're watching this somehow in the past, either way, we are going to look at 5 different films here tonight. And I won't rank them at first. First, I'll give you a little idea of what the films are, and then we'll give them a ranking from 1 to 5. The good thing about this list right here is that these are 5 films that I actually did enjoy. And of course, to varying degrees, I'll tell you what my thoughts on each of the films. I won't go into any spoiler territory. I'm going to stick as far away from a lot of plot points as I can and just give you the bare basics when it comes to that, because I think this is something for you to check out and enjoy yourself. These are all Millcreek releases, so you can buy these as physical copies, which I do recommend, but you can also go to Movie Spree if you want to rent or buy these copies digitally and check them out first. I will leave the link for Movie Spree down in the down below. You might barely staring there, right? Things are on my noggin. There we go. Yes, I do watch Bailey Sarian. She's actually really, really good. So first off is the equal standard. So this was an interesting one. Basically, this is dealing with the kind of the racial divide between police officers and the black community, but it does it in a different way. In that 2 of the police officers that we're looking at are a couple, and you can see. Oh, right, Tobias Trevelyan, who actually played Vincent on One Life to Live. Vincent Jones, I think, was his character's name. It's been a while since I've seen One Life to Live. But you also get another soap opera actor. I'm a soap opera fan, so you're gonna hear that. So the guy that plays Sonny Corinthos, now known as the Amnesiac Mike, General Hospital. Maurice Bernard is in this as well. He plays the captain, actually. This is an interesting little film. This was executive produced by Ice-T, the rapper now famous actor from Law and Order for so many years. I'm a huge Law and Order SVU fan, so I've been following Ice-T's career. It's an interesting film. I mean, this one kind of divided people. The audience this had a better audience score, I think, than a critic score. And what do I think, as being both a guy that watched it, an audience member, and a critic? It's interesting. It's a fun film. Some of the acting is a little uneven, but you get the lead actors. They're really good. Tobias Trevelyan stands out definitely as in this one right here, and I think it's one that is definitely an interesting watch. I'm glad I got it. What do I rate it? Well, I don't tell you that. That's not how I do my rankings. So I'm not like, this is not a 1 out of 5 star thing. This is not how we do these things. But I enjoyed this film. Is it, as the critics would say, an oversimplification? Well, it's hard for me to say. I have not had to deal with some of the issues that are brought up in this here. And like they say on the cover, it's never as simple as black and white. Let me know what you think on Equal Standard, because I enjoyed it, but I think this is one where I kind of want to watch it with some other people and see and get their thoughts on it as well. It's neat that it doesn't go with a black and white. It's not like it's just the like there's the evil cops and all cops are evil and all ones are bad. But no, you actually have like some a kind of a combination here. You get some good people, some bad people. You get some nice cops, some not nice cops, more corrupt cops, and I like that. It balances it out. It's not like, oh, everything is totally horrible right on either side. So that's my nice way to talk about Equal Standard. I did enjoy the film. I thought it was a good watch. Next up is 2 If by Sea with Sandra Bullock and Dennis Leary. I think Dennis Leary actually wrote this one, or he actually had something to do with the writing of the film. And it kind of comes through because Dennis Leary, who was a much better actor and he's a damn good comedian too, than a lot of people often give him credit for, does an amazing job in this one here. And he does have chemistry with Sandra Bullock. It's a lighthearted comedy rom. Basically, they're thieves, they're grifters, and I really enjoyed this one. It was a fun film. So there we go. That's 2 for 2 so far. Next up is one I knew I was going to enjoy because I enjoyed this before. I'd seen it years ago. I'm so glad to have this in my collection. I wish there would have been features on this one. This is one where, like, Millcreek's been doing a lot more with features recently. and I've been really impressed. Unfortunately, this one didn't have any, but that's okay because the movie is a fun watch, and with a really good cast. So we got Saving Silverman with Jason Biggs and Steve Zahn, Jack Black, and Amanda Peet. Um, this is a really fun film. I thought this was funny. I enjoyed it. You know, it is again a silly film. It's a film definitely of its time. Arlie Ermy is in this film. Ermy or Ermy? How do I put this again? Ermy, yeah, Arlie Ermy and Neil Diamond. So what's kind of neat is that these three guys here, they're best friends until the girl comes along. She's apparently supposed to be evil. Then takes him away from his friends. So they basically have a Neil Diamond cover band. They're kind of obsessed with Neil Diamond. And he does show up in the film too. He actually plays a very pivotal role near the end of the film. Saving Silverman is a comedy. And for me, it was a good one. I really did enjoy this. I guess your mileage for Saving Silverman is going to go on like how much do you like Jason Biggs, Steve Zahn, Jack Black, and Amanda Peet, because you're going to have to like them because their characters really come through in this. This is, again, I guess, really before, I guess, Jack Black had really become big. But he does a great job in this movie here. Next up is one that I can definitely enjoy. Being like a writer, or I guess God, no. Once you write, you're always a writer. It doesn't matter what your job is. And writing can definitely be something, like anything in the arts, can be taxing on your body, on your soul, and on your mind. And that happens right here with alcoholic writer played by John Ritter in Skin Deep. In Skin Deep, basically, this one starts out with John Ritter as a potentially like writer's blocked writer who's drinking a lot. He's addicted to alcohol and he's addicted to women, and both of those things get him in trouble an extreme amount. Blake Edwards did this one. This is a really good film. It's an underrated Blake Edwards film. I don't know if it got like the credit that it deserved back in the day, but John Ritter is really good in this movie. There's a great cast. There's Alison Reed's particularly good. Vincent Gardenia as a bartender is really kind of heartwarming and kind of a fun character. And although this does kind of end up like, you hopefully maybe get the happy ending, but I really enjoyed this one here. Last but definitely not least is a favorite thing of mine, and you know that it's going to be because we're going to be talking to Katsu. So for those that don't know or haven't watched any of my reviewed and ranks before, especially my Millcreek ones, Millcreek does a series of Ultraman sets. They're bringing out, like, they're starting to do new Subaraya ones as well. But this is the Ultraman. This is the special edition. This one is done. I think that this one is specific to. Is there a certain website? Check it out. Check on the Millcreek website, because I thought this was specific to a certain place. I'm not sure if this is on Amazon or not, but it's worth searching out, especially if you've been looking at the Ultraman stuff. So this is the Secrets of the Rise of Ultraman. It is a limited edition one that was done for the anniversary of Ultraman. First thing you're going to notice right here is this slipcover. What you want to know right about the slipcover right away is one, it's amazing art, but not just amazing art. It is by the amazing art. It's by Arthur Adams. And for anybody that knows comic books and knows their X-Men, and Arthur Adams is an amazing comic book artist. He definitely does more covers than he does interiors now, especially nowadays. From when last time I saw Arthur Adams' work, but this is brilliant. He does amazing work here, and I utterly adore the artwork on this. On the inside of it, we get we always have a different cover, of course, The Rise of Ultraman. What's neat about this is that you get a collectible booklet on the inside, and I will show you that as well. And the really neat thing about this is that you get an episode guide for the episodes included, and altogether I think there's 8. I'll make sure I'm right. Is there 9? Is there 9? Yeah, 9 episodes included on this one here. So one of the big things about this is if you buy the Ultraman releases as they come out, a lot of this stuff has been hard to find with dub. So when you're watching a lot of Ultraman, a lot of it is subtitled. Now these special sets they put out. This is the second one. I think that they've put out for Ultraman. There's one earlier that I don't have. So these have like specific episodes from Ultraman from the original series, and it has them with English dubs for the very first time. So a lot of people are looking for and asking for dubs, so they picked certain episodes, select episodes to have them English dubbed, and it's kind of really cool to actually kind of see that. But the neatest thing about this one here is, aside from that, we'll get to the featurette part as well, is they're basically, fully remastered, restored in HD, complete original Japanese broadcast edits. So these aren't English dubbed. Like, some people look at English dub of the Katsu, and often they'll think, oh no, that's that cut down version that I saw on TV a few years ago. No, this is still the actual uncut Japanese edits of each of these episodes, but they do have the English dub for them, which is actually really cool. Now, Marvel has been working on an Ultraman comic book. I actually recommend it. It's really good. But if you want to get into it and you're kind of not sure exactly what's going on, because you have kind of an alternate universe Ultraman that they're doing, then this here is a 5-part series. At first, I thought it was going to be 5 parts behind the scenes of like the Ultraman series, and I thought, well, a lot of the guys probably passed on now. I guess they'll go on with some, maybe have some like documentarians or something on. But no, this is actually a 5-part series on the Ultraman comic book series put up by Marvel Comics, and it is really interesting. It's really fun. I got through this whole set in an evening. I just sat down and I watched it all. And if you're curious, if you're an Ultraman fan and you want to know which episodes they chose to for the dubs, I'm going to let you know right now. They take episode 3, Science Patrol Move Out, and that one has the Naranga monster on it. We get episode 21, Breach the Wall of Smoke, and we get Kamula, the gas monster. We get episode 28, Human Species 5 and 6, and that's, I think, Data, right? Episode 29 is Challenge to the Underground with Gul'dan, and we get episode 30, Phantom of the Snow Mountains. And that is the monster called Wu. And episode 31, Who Goes There, where we get Coronia and there's 3, 6, 9. Okay, fine. Episode 34, Gift from the Sky, which is of course Skydon. Episode 35 is a good episode, Sibozu, and episode 38, Spaceship Rescue Command. And we get 2 monsters in this one here. We get Kila and Saigo, and I probably mispronounce those because I'm really horrible at pronunciation. As you can see, there's the part of the Rise of the Ultraman 5-part featurette that's there on the comic book series. You can see artwork, and they do have art for the comic book series in here as well. It is it's a 1-disc set because it's 9 episodes and a featurette. But if you're an Ultraman fan and you like comic books, if you've been wanting to get into Katsu and you're kind of wondering what Ultraman is like, maybe this is a place to get a start, especially if you find that subtitles sometimes can be a little bit overwhelming, and that's not a knock on anybody. For some people, it is. They prefer to have like the English dubs, and you're going to get English dubs of the episodes right here in this set. So I do definitely recommend it. Now let's get to the part that most everybody enjoys most here, rather than me talking, and that is the how am I going to rank these from 5 to 1. Now, the fact is, I enjoyed all of these films, but as always, you have to rank them. There was one that I got to go back to, because I'm not quite sure if I agree that it was a bit uneven, it was a bit naive, but I enjoyed it. But I think it's one I definitely want to watch again, and that is Equal Standard. So I'm gonna give it a bit of time and give it another watch, see how I feel. But I really like the lead in this. I think he's really good. Tobias Chavilian is really good. In 4th place, and this was so hard because I could literally put all of these here. Hold on a second. And there we go. Turn the light back on. And like in kind of in a tie, but I don't want to do that. I want to be fair to you guys. Is 2 If by Sea with Dennis Leary and Sandra Bullock. Although I really did enjoy this film, something has to go lower than the other ones, and I'm going to put 2 If by Sea in the 4th place. I'm iffy on whether I should do that, but Saving Silverman is going to get the solid 3rd. I would go back and forth between 2 If by Sea being like 3rd and 4th place. Either one of them could make it to the 3rd or 4th place. Really did enjoy both these films. Fun films, very different films. And in second place is Skin Deep, which I do recommend you check out. Blake Edwards, of course, is amazing. John Ritter, taken way before too soon. It's such a shame. I grew up with John Ritter with stuff like with Three's Company, and eventually be on you do very different roles like on Sling Blade. But I really like this role for John Ritter, and maybe it's the writer in me, but I get and understand some of these things that he goes through within the film. There's a really hilarious sequence in there about glow in the dark condoms. So and it's kind of almost Star Warsy style. And you'll know what I mean when you watch the film. It's nothing like there's nothing too over the top, or not in my opinion anyway. I thought it was a really fun film. And number one has to be, and this I'm a little biased on this one here. So some people for Skin Deep will probably be number one, but if you're a Katsu fan, then this here is going to be your number one release out of these five here. It is The Secrets of the Rise of Ultraman. Not only does it have like 9 episodes. I'm shortchanging an episode here. 9 episodes of Ultraman with the full uncut Japanese version of it with English dubbing. And I'm pretty sure that's for the first time. Definitely worth checking out. These aren't cut episodes. These are uncut episodes. You get the 5-part on the comic books. If you're a comic fan as well, you're going to want this too. And if you're a fan of great artwork and comic art, you are going to want to have this beautiful Arthur Adams drawn slipcase. It is amazing. Get it while it still has a slipcase available. I will put the links for all these. I'll put the links for Movie Spree down below. You can go on Amazon to or Millcreek Entertainment. I'll put Millcreek's thing down below as well. So that way, because I'm not quite sure if this one comes from Amazon or not, or if this is exclusive to another website. But either way, it's really, if you're an Ultraman fan, it's worth checking out 100%. I got to say, everything here, in my opinion, is definitely worth checking out. I like the comedies a bit more than I do the drama, but it may be the fact that I've been having a very rough couple of weeks with a lot of intense movie watching. So to get some light-hearted comedies for a change, I don't get a lot of those in my collection lately. So maybe I'm a bit biased this week because it was kind of that style of film hitting me at the exact right time. So there you go. I am Aaron. Thank you for watching tonight, Reviewed and Ranked. If you've watched this, hit the like, share, subscribe. Look at the links down below for Millcreek and Movie Spree, and check out some other videos if you like to, and all that YouTubey jazz. We got 5 releases here from Millcreek, and I want to thank them because there's some of these things I'm going to watch over again, and I'll be honest with you, I'm probably going to watch Skin Deep again sometime this week because I really did like that film. And my favorite line in the whole movie is, and I'm going to paraphrase it because I don't want to get it wrong, is basically that God exists and he's a gag writer. It's really cool. Check it out, and I will see you soon right here, because in the Call to Cinema, as you know, there is always another movie.